हाँ, तो हम ये समझा रहे हैं आपको 2.8 क्वेश्चन थर्मोडायनामिक्स का, मैकेनिकल का। तो इसमें क्या होता है कि हम लोग जो इसमें फ्लो करा रहे हैं, वॉट एवर फ्लो इज गोइंग, इस फ्लो के पास क्या क्या होता है। इस फ्लो के पास काइनेटिक एनर्जी होती है, दिस फ्लो विल हैव काइनेटिक एनर्जी, दिस फ्लो विल हैव पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, एंड दिस फ्लो विल हैव एंथैल्पी. So this is at the inlet, so you put 1 1 1. When the flow will reach here, then it will reach to the exit, so your enthalpy become H2, kinetic energy will change and potential energy will also change. Now see what else we can do. The difficult question can be framed if you are supplying heat also and you are getting work also. Now our job is to arrange everything in order. What does it mean? Everything in order means, sorry, here I have to put work. Order means at the inlet you have 3 energies, so these energies are being input, and heat also you are sending inside, so these 4 became your inlet, I mean inputs. H1 plus kinetic energy 1 plus potential energy 1 plus heat transfer. After that you reach at the exit, so you are getting shaft work also as output and these 3 energies also as output. So H2 plus kinetic energy 2 plus potential energy 2 plus work done. But see guys, here when you are supplying heat, your work done is coming out. But in the exam, in the question 2.8, they are saying insulated. Insulated means this wall is insulated, heat cannot enter, so this heat part 0, and no shaft work. It means what? Work cannot go out, so work part is 0. After that you have one small technical information. See that information. You see here information, just a minute. A small steam vessel perfectly insulated, clear, doing no shaft work, clear, causing drop of 0.8. See, drop of this much in enthalpy. It means what? I will explain. Of the from the entry to exit, it means what? Whatever enthalpy, I will take the whiteboard. Whatever enthalpy is at the inlet, same enthalpy is not reaching at the exit. Why same enthalpy is not reaching at the exit? Because you have drop in the enthalpy. So try to understand what they are saying. They are trying to say that at the inlet you have H1. Right. Very good. Actually, at the inlet, suppose you have 100. At the exit, suppose you have 80. So how much drop we got? Drop is 20, right? So that is their sense. They are trying to say we have drop in enthalpy. Drop means what? You had H1, now you have H2. So drop means change. It means they have given you H1 minus H2. Again, don't be confused. It is not H2 minus H1. See guys, wrong. Drop means you had this much, now you have this much. So how much drop? Am I clear from my side? Right, that is only drop. I mean to say that H2 minus H1 and H1 minus H2, they are not representing same thing. H1 minus H2 is representing the drop and H2 minus H1 is representing the difference. Get my point? Here you have 100 joule and here you have 80 joule. So how will you find the drop? Drop means we are losing 20, so that is your drop. It means H1 minus H2 is your drop. But if I will say find out change in enthalpy, so change is decreasing, right? H2 minus H1, so 80 minus 100, so this is minus 20. Change is minus 20, but here drop. Are you getting the difference between drop and change? Okay, actually see, change we used to calculate from childhood. Every time whenever we do mathematics like this, we used to calculate change. So change means always like del x, dx. These things are representing change. It is always means x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. These are changes. But here in the question, 100 to 80, you got the drop. And what else is mentioned? See here. They are saying you have to imagine kinetic energy of the steam at the entry is negligible, so your KE1 will be 0, and we have to find out the velocity at the exit. We have to find out velocity at the exit. Where is the velocity? Velocity is involved in k2. K2 is nothing but half mv square, right? Half mv square. And you remember, whenever such kind of questions are given, they will not mention mass. You can see here mass is not mentioned. Because mass is not mentioned, because of that only you have this kinetic, 0.8 kilojoule per kg, because whatever data is given, the data is given for per kg, so no problem of mass. So reality is, you have to, and one more thing, in this entire question they are not talking about potential energy. So no potential energy means p1 p2 equal, so that will also get cancelled. So finally you are remaining with h1 plus ke1 is equal to h2 plus ke2. Now this I am writing in joule or kilojoule, but if you want to write the data in per kg format, then you have to divide by mass. So your h1, when you divide by mass, it becomes specific enthalpy, so it becomes this thing h1. Then your kinetic energy becomes half v1 square, because m is divided. Then h2 becomes small h2, and ke2 becomes half v2 square, because mass is divided now. They are saying at the entry you have zero velocity, negligible. So this portion done. So your h1 minus h2 you find out from this equation will be nothing but half v2 square. It means what? Your v2 is nothing but under root 2 times h1 minus h2. Clear? h1 minus h2 is nothing but a drop, that is 0.8. But problem is, it is given in 0.8 kilojoule per kg. So per kg is not a big deal, no problem. Other than that, something else is given. What is that? 0.8 kilojoule. But your answers are given in meter per second, meter per second, meter per second, meter per second. So for that, what should we do? Meter per second is SI unit. So convert this kilo into 1000. So this kilo into 1000 we have to do. How can we do? Just replace this k with 1000. So we got 0.8 into 1000, and 2 is multiply here. So multiply by 2. So you got, if you solve this completely, you got 1600. 1600, but it is in under root. So you got 80. If I am not wrong, we should get answer 80. Let me check the answer. No. Why 40 will come? Oh, sorry. Yes. Very good. Yeah. 40 will come. Yes, absolutely right. 40 will come. See, this is how I do mistake. Yes. I was thinking 2. I was thinking 18 to 2. Yeah, you are right. 40 will come. But just cross check 40 is correct answer or not, because we may do some numerical mistake also. Just cross check option B is correct or not. Let me check. At the end we'll be having, I think. Okay, this is a very long chapter. 2, 8, option B is correct. Yeah, fine. So our calculation, thank God. But see, I calculated everything, but in the last I take the wrong option. This happens in GATE exam. Yeah, this happens in GATE exam. Ask your next doubt. Okay, you tell me what was your mistake, what mistake you were doing, so that I can see where you are. शी ओके. अरे यार, यूनिट का ध्यान नहीं दोगे तो कैसे काम चलेगा? यूनिट गड़बड़ाया लाइफ खराब हो जाती है. सही बता रहे हैं. उतना दर्द नहीं होता जितना ब्रेकअप में होता है भाई. यूनिट एक बार खराब हो गया लाइफ खराब हो जाती है. एक यूनिट खराब करोगे 1 साल फिर से बैठोगे गेट देने. यूनिट का पूरा ध्यान रखो. सवाल देखो, एक बात बता रहे हैं, अगर तुम मेरे स्टूडेंट हो, इफ यू आर माई स्टूडेंट, सवाल आए चाहे ना आए, यूनिट गलती नहीं होना चाहिए भाई, इतनी बड़ी बेइज्जती नहीं होनी चाहिए कि साला यूनिट ही गलत करके चला आया गेट में। चलो ठीक है, नेक्स्ट आउट। वेरी गुड वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। अच्छा ये सब बीच का हो गया सारा क्वेश्चन। वेरी गुड वेरी गुड वेरी गुड, एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट। ओके, नाउ सी दिस 2.17 is actually very good question and it is easy also. Rigid insulated, हाँ actually this question we can do, this question is not tough. Just a minute, where is the PDF? Yeah, I got it. हाँ बोलिए। सॉल्यूशन होंगे ना, सॉल्यूशन एकदम लास्ट में होते हैं। सॉल्यूशन एकदम लास्ट में होते हैं, मतलब जैसे हाँ ये वही बुक है। जब आप लास्ट में पूरा कंप्लीट कर देंगे चैप्टर 2, तो चैप्टर 2 के लास्ट में आपको सॉल्यूशन मिल जाएगा। ठीक है, पहले इस क्वेश्चन को हम लोग समझते हैं कि अरे तो सॉल्यूशन देखे बिना करना है, समझे? जब सॉल्यूशन हाँ, सॉल्यूशन देखे बिना करना, यू डोंट हैव टू फोकस ऑन सॉल्यूशन। देखो सॉल्यूशन अगर दिया है तो वो तब उन बच्चों के लिए अच्छा है जो बच्चे सेल्फ स्टडी कर रहे हैं। तो उसमें क्या होता है, देखो सॉल्यूशन देखने का सबसे बड़ा नुकसान ये होता है कि वो क्वेश्चन आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, लेकिन आपको सिर्फ उतना ही समझ में आएगा जितना सॉल्यूशन में दिया हुआ है। लेकिन अगर आप टीचर से डिस्कस करेंगे वो चीज़, तो टीचर आपको वो तो बताएगा ही बताएगा, प्लस 2-4 बातें और हो जाएंगी, तो थोड़ा डिटेल और मिल जाता है उस क्वेश्चन के बारे में। ठीक है, तो चलिए हम लोग इस क्वेश्चन को करते हैं। क्वेश्चन बहुत अच्छा है। हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, सेम ऑर्डर कर लीजिए आपके पास। हाँ सेम बुक, PDF में इशू होगा तो आप बुक ही ऑर्डर कर लीजिए। आपको पता चला कौन सी बुक है ये? वो आपको हम दोबारा से लिंक भेज देंगे, ठीक है? हाँ हम बुक भेज देंगे, उसका वो वाला कॉपी मंगा लीजिएगा, हार्ड कॉपी मंगा लीजिएगा। ओके, नाउ सी द, लेट्स फील द सॉल्यूशन, आई मीन लेट्स फील द क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट। हियर दे आर टॉकिंग a rigid insulated tank. Tank is rigid. What is the meaning of rigid? Your volume will not change. If volume will not change, work done 0. Keep in mind, every word has sense. Insulated means your heat cannot go out, cannot come in. That's why the meaning of insulated. Initially evacuated means initially vacuum. The tank is connected with a supply line through which air, and again ideal gas is coming into picture. PV is equal to MRT. So assumed that there is some air which is nothing but the gas is in, ideal gas with constant specific heats. Fine, CP values are constant. Passes at 1 megapascal and this much temperature. Okay, so you can see here, actually I will just use my whiteboard to explain something what is happening. So actually you have a tank here, this is actually evacuated, means completely no molecules are there. Suppose here you have any pipeline in which air is passing, so some portion of air we are bringing to the tank. So I'm using one valve here to control this. So based on this you have the diagram. So you can see the diagram here, what is given in GATE exam, this typical diagram. So just a minute, I will bring this down. Yeah, I can zoom it. Okay, now I'll take this up. See, a rigid insulated tank is initially evacuated, clear. Tank is connected with the supply line, clear. Air is going, clear. Specific heat is constant, clear. Ideal gas is clear. Passes at this much coordinate, clear. Actually 1 megapascal and 350. Now here students can do mistake. Common mistakes I'm saying what students are doing. This is my own experience. Megapascal, they will be feeling, okay, now mega is coming, what to do? Whenever mega comes, you should do 10 to power how much? 5 or 6? 6. Very good. And what will you do with the 350 degree Celsius? Don't forget to convert into Kelvin. Very common mistakes. Yeah, very common mistakes. Very good. Very common mistakes. You know everything, but in hurry burry you will do mistake. Pakka. I can give you in written. If 100 students are writing the exam, out of this 100, minimum 30 students will do this mistake. And there will be around 10 students in exam hall. They will be confused and they will forget. Okay, mega means 10 to the power 5 or 10 to the power 6. Lack of practice. Okay. Now I've always connected. Of course, you have to connect the word to control the life with the supply line. Fine. Now supply line is open and the tank is charged. It means what? Now mass is started going, and the tank is charged air until final pressure inside the tank reaches 1 megapascal. Now see, earlier in this we had nothing. Now we are sending the molecules, so molecules will apply pressure. So this pressure is 1 megapascal. Always remember, whenever any chamber pressure is given, what kind of pressure is it? Gauge, atmospheric, absolute. Tell me. My question is, whenever there is a chamber given, in that we have molecules, so that molecules will apply pressure. Which pressure we take that? Gauge, absolute or atmospheric? No, always absolute pressure. Always we take absolute pressure. So actually, in previous examples, I explained in previous classes, I added 1 atmospheric pressure in the given gauge pressure, because they have mentioned properly in some previous questions that pressure is your gauge pressure. But in this question, because already we have got this pressure from the 0 Pascal pressure, because earlier it was vacuum. In vacuum means no pressure, no molecules. So from 0 Pascal pressure we have achieved this pressure. So this is automatically absolute pressure. See, question is not tough. So already we got, this is absolute, no need to change here. I mean to say that only mega we have to take care. But here also mega is there. So if we are going to divide P1 by P2 somewhere, then mega will get cancelled. Then again no problem. Let's see. The final temperature of the inside tank will be. Now guys, what can we do here? Can we do something? What is your idea? Tell me. Yeah, tell me the idea. No, okay, that equation will use, no problem. But how will you connect this physical behavior to the equation? Like how will you think, okay, from here some mass is coming, going here, then enthalpy is changing, then going here, something is happening, then this to this we can connect. Like that I want the complete explanation. Give me some rough idea. किसका इसका रिलेशन लगाएंगे? Okay, now see. Yes, heat will not come. Definitely heat will not come. There is no heat transfer, there is no work transfer. You have to neglect potential energy. All these things you have to neglect. But still, something should be there, right? What is not being changed? Yeah, how to work out that? Volume is constant, definitely. But there is one property which is not being changed. Okay, which value? Which value? There is a property which is not being changed. Try to get which property is not being changed. Kinetic energy, of course it will change. Potential energy we don't discuss because we consider that there is no huge gap from the earth's surface. So potential energy will not come into picture. See, first thing always remember, whenever there is a tank filling process or tank liquid is coming into tank or tank is releasing the liquid, so tank filling and tank discharging, this concept. So actually this concept comes under a special type of problem that we call as unsteady flow. See, earlier what you are applying in the pipe flow, here I told you that at the inlet you have kinetic, potential, heat transfer, and here work transfer, blah blah things. So this is the concept for the steady flow. So that's why equation name is steady flow energy equation. But here your mass is changing in the tank. So properties in the tank changing, because at every time pressure is increasing, properties are changing. So this is unsteady flow. So how do we deal with unsteady flow? What is the basic concept for unsteady flow in such questions? So there I want to take your attention. Actually see. हाँ. Actually this total. Go ahead. I want to listen. Okay, now see. Here, whatever mass is coming, that mass we are sending in this direction. It is entering to the tank. So in the tank, do we have initial mass? No. In the tank, we don't have initial mass. So just consider M1 is representing initial mass. So initial mass is 0. So because of initial, whatever property is there, every property is 0. Okay. Now we go. When the system is filling the material, then internal energy will change for sure. Internal energy will change for sure. So how do we understand this concept? We understand this concept in this way. You see, some people will go in this direction, some people will go in this direction. So there will be a change, like at this section, just consider this section. At this section, how many people are coming inside? Whoever is coming, they will be having how many types of energy? Again, whoever is coming, so always remember, wherever there is a flow, you have 3 types of energy minimum: enthalpy, kinetic energy, and potential energy. So whoever is coming in the pipe, they are having all the 3 types of energy. So you see here, first thing, in the tank our initial mass is 0. Next thing, at this section some people are passing in the pipe, so they will be having 3 types of energies. What are those energies? Those energies are enthalpy, kinetic energy, and potential energy. So these 3 energies will be there. Okay, now see, we also bother about the work done. So in the entire case we don't have work done. In the entire case we don't have heat transfer also. So finally what is happening? Your total, whatever is here, energy which is going here, we are considering that as enthalpy, because we are not talking about the velocity here. So velocity, I mean kinetic energy finished, potential energy finished, only enthalpy is remaining. Now see, question. Total enthalpy which is crossing here, that enthalpy how will you write? So because see, per kg mass we are considering, so you consider total enthalpy is H, which is passing through this. Now in the tank, who is increasing? Internal energy. Whatever enthalpy will enter here, only that much enthalpy energy, internal energy will change in the tank. See, in one class of thermodynamics I taught you that whenever flow is happening, in the flow we consider energy as enthalpy, but whenever we have closed system, in that we consider our energy as internal energy. So this enthalpy is from here, enthalpy is going and fitting into the tank. So in the tank, which energy will develop? Internal energy will develop. It means what? You have to just equate enthalpy with the internal energy. So enthalpy formula is nothing but CPT, and U formula is nothing but CVT. CVT. It means what? CPT is equal to CVT. Now don't think TT will get cancelled, because this T is the temperature of the coming line, but this T is the temperature of the tank. So for that you can give some symbol. You just see that T flow or T tank, you can write like this. I mean to say, I'm taking whiteboard. It means if you have tank here, in the tank people are coming, so you write here flow. So T of the flow and then T of the tank. So in the flow we talk about enthalpy. In the flow we talk about enthalpy, but in the flow we talk about enthalpy, but in the tank we talk about U, internal energy. So H is equal to U, H is equal to CPT, personal formula. But which T? T of the flow. Okay, U is CVT. Which T? T of the tank. T of the tank we have to find out, but T of the flow is given. It means in the entire solution pressure did not work. We have no use of pressure. Means T tank I can write as Cp by Cv T flow. Cp by Cv, can you guess what is this? Very good. This is gamma. T flow. T flow is given. But again, mistake. T flow is given in degree Celsius. We have to convert it into Kelvin. So actually, your T flow is just let me check how much T flow was given. 350. Okay, so 350 plus 273. So 623. Very good. So gamma, now gamma value I'll explain, and 623 Kelvin. But remember, what is gamma value? How will you guess? How will you guess? Now see. Okay. हाँ बेटा, हम तो कॉन्सेप्ट बताएंगे ही बताएंगे, आप भूल जाएंगे ना, इसीलिए तो हम हैं, ताकि आप भूले ना. No. Okay, that's why I want to solve some important questions in the class, so that every day or every time whenever class is happening, some tricks you can recall. I will make you to recall the tricks. So see guys, actually we are going to deal with gamma according to this concept. Check your gas. Your gas is monatomic or diatomic or triatomic. If the gas is monatomic, then your gamma. Yeah. Okay, I'll continue now. So that's what I was about to say. Gamma value depends. Check your gas. Gas means monatomic, diatomic or triatomic. For monatomic we have 1.67. For diatomic we have 1.4. For triatomic we have 1.33. Actually, when you talk about air is a mixture of nitrogen gas and oxygen gas. So almost these two itself are about 99% gas. Remaining 1% are like organ, ozone, blah blah things, carbon dioxide, everything. But this 1% is not dominating, so we don't consider their contribution in our air. We consider especially nitrogen and oxygen only. So nitrogen is diatomic, oxygen is also diatomic. So total air is diatomic. So which gas we are dealing now? Air. So air means gamma 1.4. Clear? Not clear? Because the gas which is mentioned in the question, that is air, and air is diatomic gas. How will you know diatomic gas? Because that is air. Air is combination of nitrogen, oxygen. Nitrogen is also diatomic, oxygen also diatomic. Right? Okay. Now see, just to change the question, if I will say that I am sending ozone gas, same question I will make, but I will say ozone gas, then this is triatomic gas, because 3 molecules, 3 atoms are there. O3, 3 atoms. In that case, you will use 1.33. Actually, see, you should know that whenever we have combustion in IC engine or jet engine or anywhere, our products are triatomic mostly. That's why for the gases which is ejecting from the engine, like exhaust gases or something, mostly we have triatomic gases like CO2, NO2. So triatomic gas. That time we used 1.33. Concept clear? Yeah. Very good. So your yes, multiply. Now convert to Celsius. How much you got? Yeah, subtract 273. Very good. Option is correct, but you see the option they have given. Check out the option here. Your answer is coming greater than 350, right? So your option A is correct. Done. Okay. Now see, here you should focus. Whenever this kind of question is coming, like tank is being filled, directly apply T for the tank is equal to gamma times T for the flow. Simple. No need to go here and there. This kind of question they have asked many times. So just T for the tank is equal to gamma times T for the flow. So T flow, quickly you multiply with gamma value. Gamma value, here you can have trick. What gas is flowing, according to that students will do mistake. Always remember 1.4 is not a constant value. It depends which gas is flowing. In our data, it is clearly mentioned. You see here, our this is air. So air is diatomic gas, right? Very good. Now we can next doubt. .7 done. Asha, 18. Okay. 18 is good question, man. 18 is really good question. Now see, I will explain question number 18. Everything we will deal in the words first. Yes. T flow is no T tank. Yeah, T tank is equal to gamma times T flow. Okay, now you see. Go for 2.18. Every word should be very clear. Then only it's like very good preparation. In a steady state flow. What is the meaning of steady? Steady means your properties will not change with time for a given coordinate. I mean, if the flow is happening, then at any point whatever property is there, that property will always be there with the same value for all time. But this property may not be same as this property. This may not be same as this property. But whatever this is, that will never change. Whatever this is, that will never change. That is the meaning of steady state. Flow process taking place in a device with a single inlet and single outlet. Means it is kind of this pipe, single inlet, single outlet. Okay. The work done per unit mass flow rate. Per unit mass flow rate is given by, now try to understand. This equation they are saying as the work done equation, where V is specific volume and P is the change in pressure. The expression for the given volume above is valid for. Now see, beauty of the question. Whatever is the popular formula for work, I will talk about that. See, popular formula for work done is PdV. But in this formula, what changes? Volume changes. But whenever flow is happening in the pipe, why flow happens in the pipe? Because of pressure difference here and here. So when pressure difference is there, then the same work done formula will look like VdP. VdP work we have to integrate from your inlet to exit. Okay, so at the inlet and at the exit you have difference in pressure. And always remember, at the inlet always you have high pressure, at the exit always you have low pressure. Already we have discussed in last class that flow happens from high pressure to low pressure. So this value is high, and you know that in the integration here we always put lower value should be highest number and upper limit should be lowest number. So here you have more number, here you have less number. That's why inlet pressure we write here and exit pressure we write here. Now see, this kind of work done has a special name, that is called flow work. flow work. So in this flow work, your dp means your pressure is not constant, your pressure is changing. If your pressure is changed, that's all what they are asking. Actually they are nothing, they are asking nothing. You check out, you see the question. Valid only for both reversible adiabatic, valid only for both reversible isothermal, valid only for reversible process. Incorrect, but it must be like this. So actually it is valid for reversible process, but for open system. It is reversible, it is valid for reversible, but for open system. See, your this isothermal will not work, because at the inlet and at the exit pressure will change, temperature will also change. Okay, definitely temperature will change. And reversible adiabatic, no, we don't work in this. Why? Because you can add heat, no problem. Valid for reversible process, this is correct, valid for reversible, because we don't consider friction in this. But main thing you should keep in mind, reversible means we don't include friction, but at the same time whatever this is given inlet outlet, so it is kind of flow. It's like open flow. If the same equation I will write as W is equal to integration V1 V2 and I write PdV, it means now your volume is being changed. It's like case of cylinder. You have cylinder here, you push this piston will come down, your volume will change. So that time we will use this formula PdV. So when I was teaching you the process in thermodynamics, that time I gave you all the process, but all those process like isothermal, adiabatic, something we gave, right? All 4-5 processes, all the process I applied for this. So this is non-flow process. Non-flow process happens in this kind of cylinder, but they have asked the question for the open flow, because they have given at the inlet you have pressure something P1, at the exit pressure something P2, so your work done is again VdP, and here you have to write your inlet pressure and here you have to write exit pressure, because P1 is more, then only flow is going towards P2, right? Any doubt here? Okay. Okay, in Calci there is no log E, you have ln. Yes, you have ln. So now ask your next doubt. Do you remember the number? No problem, that we can. This one, check out. Okay, this question is very easy, very easy question. I will explain this question properly. See, a reversible thermodynamic cycle containing only 3 processes and producing work. So always remember, there is a process which already we have discussed. Reversible thermodynamic cycle containing only 3 processes, okay, and producing work. We have to construct this kind of cycle, is to be constructed. It means we have to construct this. The constants are, there must be one isothermal process, there must be one isentropic process. Third one, the maximum and minimum cycle pressure and the clearance volume are fixed. What is fixed? Maximum and minimum cycle pressure and clearance volume. These 2 things are fixed. Fourth, polytropic process are not allowed. It means whatever process we are dealing here properly, they are clearly defined. You have isothermal process and isentropic process. These 2 are clearly mentioned. Third process is not mentioned. But they are not talking about the third process. They are giving hint. Hint is maximum and minimum cycle pressure is clear. I mean, that is given fixed. and clearance volume is fixed. And in fourth point they are saying polytropic processes are not allowed. It means what? The third process which is not mentioned, don't consider that as polytropic process. Then number of possible cycles are, means how many cycles can be possible. So actually reality is only 1 2 3 4 four possibilities are there. I will tell you how. I'm taking whiteboard. Now see, understand. Minimum and maximum pressure is given. See, suppose I am drawing PV diagram. On this PV diagram, I have to draw a cycle which must contain isothermal, which must contain isentropic, which must contain your maximum pressure and minimum pressure should be given properly, and clearance volume should also be clear. So it means what? First of all, let's fix the maximum and minimum pressure and let's do the clearance volume. So I will draw this big so that this is PV. Imagine I am considering this as my maximum pressure of the cycle, and I am considering this as my minimum pressure of the cycle. Okay, I have to draw isothermal and I have to draw isentropic. Always remember, you can go like this, and from here you can draw one curve like this and one curve like this. This is one possibility. Next possibility is, so okay, this you got one. Now next possibility is, I change the color. Now see, in this possibility, did you satisfy isothermal? Yes. Which line is isothermal line? Always remember, this line is isothermal line and this line is isentropic line. Isentropic line is only known as adiabatic line. Okay. Now see, what is this curve? This curve is additional curve which is not given, but to complete the cycle we can go in this way, and from here we can draw a cycle. See, are we maintaining maximum pressure in the cycle? Yes, this is the maximum pressure. Are we maintaining minimum? Yes, this is the minimum pressure here. Are we maintaining clearance volume? Yes, we are maintaining clearance volume. You can see here. Okay, so this cycle is one possible cycle. We have to think by ourselves. It is just a game. What else we can draw? I will change the color. Now see, maybe see, keep in mind, you cannot go up. You cannot go up. Why? If you go up, your pressure will increase, but you have to fix the maximum pressure. Okay, you can come down. No problem. You can come down. So okay, let's come down like this, and after coming down, you connect one line like this and one line like this. So again, your lower one became your T constant, and your upper one became your PV power gamma constant. I mean isentropic. 2 cycles are done. Okay, there is one more possibility. What is the next possibility? See, these 2 cycles I am drawing by maintaining my maximum pressure. Now I will approach the same way by maintaining minimum pressure. So this is my minimum pressure line. Now see, beauty is, you go little bit, and from here you draw one line like this and one line like this. This became one cycle. So in that case, more slopey line and less slopey line you can judge. So this will be your T is equal to constant. This will be your adiabatic curve, or you can say isentropic curve. Here you may not feel uncomfortable. I will explain again. And there is one possibility, you go in this direction, and then you draw one line like this and one line like this. I will explain everything again. 4 processes are possible. See, what is main idea here? Main idea is, we don't have to go this side because we have to maintain our minimum clearance volume. So I am considering, okay, this much is my clearance volume. I will be doing everything after this volume. I will not come this side. At the same time, I have to consider minimum pressure should be only this much. Below that you don't have to come, and maximum pressure above that you don't have to go. It means whatever we have to do only this rectangle, only in this rectangle, only in this rectangle. Okay, so actually you can go for some pressure, and then you can go for this line, and you can go for this line. This is one possibility. Or You can go for this constant volume, and from here you can go like this and you can go like this, or there is one more possibility. Okay, other than these two, anything is not possible. You cannot go in this direction because in that case you will disturb clearance volume. You cannot go up, otherwise you will disturb your maximum pressure. So from here you only can go in this direction and only you can come down. So go little bit this and go please like this. Now two more possibilities are there. The first two graphs I have taken by taking this as my reference point. Now take this point, you go here and connect like this, done. Or you go here, connect like this, done. Okay, now if you are not good with this basic, on the PV diagram you have pressure is equal to constant line, volume, just wait, volume is equal to constant line, and then which line you have? For pressure is equal to constant line, your adiabatic index is 0, and here your adiabatic thermodynamic index is 0, and here thermodynamic is infinite. Then here somewhere you have n is equal to 1, that is temperature constant line, and then you have this line. This line is your n is equal to gamma line, adiabatic line. Adiabatic process is only known as reversible process without friction. When no friction is involved, then you can say adiabatic became reversible. Isentropic. I mean to say when adiabatic plus reversible is given, that is only your isentropic. Isentropic means adiabatic process only but without friction. Okay, so whatever formula we use for adiabatic, same formula goes for isentropic as well. Only one physical concept is there, no friction. So n is equal to gamma is actually adiabatic process, but this only you can say as isentropic if you are considering reversible. Guys, difficulty or what is happening? Tell me. Understood? And Gaurav? Little bit. Oh, शादी नहीं होगी तुम्हारी भाई, शादी करना है तो समझना पड़ेगा. Okay, see now, my point is, suppose by keeping this point and this point in mind, I have to draw all the possible process. So what process I can draw? I can draw so many process, but limitation is you don't have to go up, you don't have to go right, and here also you have limitation, you don't have to go down, because if you go down your pressure will decrease. Okay, and you cannot go in this direction also. Done. Okay, so now see, I can go like this. Now you got one point here, you put one point here, so go like this and come like this, sorry, arrow is wrong. We have to produce work, so your cycle should be clockwise like this, because only clockwise cycles can produce work. So it should be like this. Now my question is, how will you judge which is your isothermal line and which is your isentropic line? How will you judge? So for that only, just now we have discussed this graph. This is your gamma graph, this is your T graph, correct? It means this is your T line, this is your gamma line, right? Because you can see like this, the same cycle is here. Now if I will draw another cycle, suppose I am drawing this cycle, I'm going like this, I'm going like this, and I'm going like this. In that case again, try to understand this. What I'm drawing this, right? One point here, one point here, one point here. I mean, this is nothing but this line. So this is your temperature line, this is your gamma line. This is temperature, this is gamma line. Okay. And now what can you do? You can do this also. Just a minute, I'll erase this. eraser. I can go like this, and from here I can draw like this, and I can draw like this. It means at this point they are merging, right? So merge point, I'm changing the color. You focus the merge point. You have one line like this, and you have one line like this. Now you see where is the merge point. Your entire cycle is the left side, and like this is the merge point. So this is the merge point, I mean this side. So if this is your constant temperature line, so this line is going up. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. So this is your gamma line actually. This is your T line. So this is your gamma line. So this is your gamma, this is your T. Not coming into picture properly. Because 4 possibilities are there. Graph समझ में आ गया? But because we have 4 possibilities, right? See, I can draw 4 graphs, no doubt in that. I can draw 4 graphs. See, I have to fix only these 2 points, right? So with the help of these 2 points, I can draw how many possible cycles? I can go like this, and then I can connect like this, and I can connect like this. And I can go like this, and I can connect like this, I can connect like this. I can go like this, I can connect like this, I can connect like this. I can go like this, and I can connect. Now see the okay, now see issue, great issue. We have a bond. That bond is, you in every graph you must introduce T is equal to constant line and adiabatic line, I mean isentropic line. So see, if suppose one student is showing, sir, I can also draw this line, 1 point and 1 point is here, right? And you are saying me to connect. I am super smart. I will go like this, and I will go like this, and I will connect this line. But guys, this is constant volume line, this is constant pressure line. You are only giving one, either isothermal or adiabatic. We need both. So 2 curved lines we need at least. This and this we want, because that is given in the question. Otherwise, you can also draw this kind of equation. You can go like this, you can go like this, you can go like this. This is also a cycle. But this cycle is consisting only constant pressure, constant volume, constant pressure, constant volume. But we don't want this. Is it clear? We have to solve this based on the given data. Yeah, ask the next question. No man, seriously, this question is not tough. Tough नहीं है. हाँ. ओ हो, कहाँ चले गए तुम यार? कहाँ चले? ये गलत बात है. वाह बेटा. निगाहें किसी और पे, निशाना कहीं और मार रहे हो तुम. चलो फिर अब नेक्स्ट डाउट पूछो. हाँ बोलिए ध्रुव. हाँ, तो आपको हम थर्मो के सारा लिंक भेज देंगे. एक्चुअली थर्मो सारा प्रैक्टिकली मतलब पब्लिकली ओपन है. हाँ, थर्मो के आपको सारे लिंक भेज देंगे, ठीक है. हाँ, वेरी गुड. हम आपको थर्मो के भी भेज देंगे, और अभी जो चीज़ें हम क्लास में रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं रेगुलरली, वो भी भेज देंगे. एक्चुअली वो पूरी की पूरी प्लेलिस्ट है, वो प्लेलिस्ट ही हम भेज देंगे. उस प्लेलिस्ट में लगभग थर्मो के टोटल 20-22 होंगे, उस हम भेज देंगे. पूरी प्लेलिस्ट भेज देंगे, उसमें जो भी ऐड होता जाएगा उसमें ऐड होता चला जाएगा. ओके. अच्छा ये बताओ, क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 की कि नहीं तुम लोग बताओ. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 तो यार बहुत जानदार था. छोड़ दिए क्या इसको तुम? ए भगवान यार, तुम लोगों के ऊपर यार विश्वास करने लायक नहीं है. तुम लोग साला प्यार करके धोखा देके शादी किसी और से कर लोगे. वही तो हम बोले कि इतना जबरदस्त क्वेश्चन है 2.12, ये तुम लोग नहीं किए या किए पता नहीं। चलो ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे देखो और इस क्वेश्चन का मतलब समझो। तो इस क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ ये क्वेश्चन अपने आप में ही है, इस क्वेश्चन का लिंक नहीं किसी के साथ। क्वेश्चन देखो इसको, ये जो इसमें GHIJKL है ना, वो कुछ खास चीज रिप्रेजेंट नहीं कर रहा है, वो पाथ के नाम है। वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। तो ई का कनेक्शन किसके किसके साथ पॉसिबल है? ई का कनेक्शन, हाँ, ई का कनेक्शन पॉजिटिव के साथ है, ठीक है। तो नाउ सी हाउ टू टॉक अबाउट दिस क्वेश्चन। दिस क्वेश्चन इज एक्चुअली एप्टीट्यूड टाइप क्वेश्चन। सी आइडिया इज वेरी क्लियर। you just bother about heat. This itself will give you clear idea. Heat E is connected with C. When added to the system, heat will be positive. So E connected should be Z. So G. So here you have EG, and here you have EG, and here you have EG. Okay. Now see. Other than that, heat is path function also. So E should also be connected with path function, means K. Correct? So in which heat is with K? So here also heat is with K, and here also heat is with K, and here also heat is with K. So still we are not able to filter. Okay, go ahead. We have another concept. Heat is not a property. So actually, in which, but you see, inexact. Try to understand inexact. Heat is inexact differential, right? You understand this point? When I was teaching you point function, and path function, that time I taught you in thermodynamics, your heat is not point function. Heat is not point function. Only point function can be exact differential. Path functions are inexact differential. So he is also related with J. So in this you don't have J. In this you don't have J. But in this you have J. So this option is correct. Simple. And check the last one also. It is a boundary phenomena also. So that's why N is also coming. Man, this question is very simple, but it looks dangerous. बेटा देखो, ऐसा ही होता है। जो लोग होते हैं ना उस टाइप के एकदम डेंजर वाले, वो अंदर से बहुत ही सॉफ्ट होते हैं, जाके अंदर थोड़ा बस टेक्निक चाहिए पकड़ने का उनको। तो ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन था, और हम तो सोच रहे थे कि ये क्वेश्चन कर लिए होगे तुम लोग। खैर चलो, नेक्स्ट डाउट क्या है? अच्छा, तो ये बताओ, हम लोग लास्ट वाला क्वेश्चन कहाँ तक किए थे? हम लोगों का लास्ट क्वेश्चन क्या था? Okay. 17. Air supply. Okay. No, actually I also gave 19 for the solution, no, to solve. 19 to solve, and that. Okay, then I gave 21 to solve, 23 to solve, 22 to solve, 26 to solve. आप लोग ये सब सॉल्व नहीं किए अभी, मतलब 27 और 28 ये सब सॉल्व करना था। 2 दिन क्या किया आप लोग? ये सब सॉल्व करना था। ये सब इजी क्वेश्चंस हैं, मतलब ये सारे के सारे प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस हैं। तो और आप नीचे जाएंगे तो सॉल्यूशन भी आपको मिल जाएगा, ठीक है। ये सारे क्वेश्चंस करने हैं आप लोगों को। आई विल टेक क्वेश्चन नंबर 29। Okay, I will take question number 29. So twenty-nine is here. Okay, always keep in mind, whenever you see nitrogen, blah blah things, any gas other than air, first thing should come in your mind, what will be the gamma value for that? So your gamma value for nitrogen, this is nitrogen. Tell me the gamma value for nitrogen. 1.4. Why 1.4? Reason? Very good, very good. Diatomic gas. Nitrogen is never N, or it is never N4, it is never N3, it is always N2. So that's why nitrogen is diatomic gas. So your gamma value is going to be 1.4. Let's read the question. Temperature of nitrogen. Go to detail. Do you know everything about temperature? Yes. What you should know about temperature? How many types of units are there? Kelvin, Rankine, Celsius, Fahrenheit. Do you know all the formulas, all the conversions? I have taught you. You must visit previous videos and you should be very clear. Then only it is known as good. Yes, very good. Now you go ahead. Nitrogen. What should you know about nitrogen? Nitrogen means symbol is N for the atom and N2 is the gas. It is diatomic gas. Gamma value is 1.4. And if you have to find R value for the nitrogen, how will you find out R universal? By the molar mass. What is the molar mass of the nitrogen? 14. Okay, so R universal value you should copy from Google, or you should mug up. Anyway, these are the things you should be master in this. We'll go ahead. Volume is given 2 meter cube. Always remember, whenever in data is given, it must be in SI unit. SI unit means for volume it should be meter cube. It should not be liter cube, or it should not be liter. One thing. Students are knowing that okay, liter is not SI unit, meter cube is SI unit, but they used to forget how to convert liter into meter cube if liter is given. So best trick is, if liter is given, multiply it into power minus 3. Data will convert into meter cube automatically. Okay, so these are the like I expect quickly these things should be very quickly. Now we'll go ahead. This question is for the YouTube manometer. So whenever YouTube manometer comes into question, you should recall these things. I will tell you what you should recall quickly. See guys, there will be a pipe. In this pipe, any flow will be happening. So from this side, if you will see, I will connect one special type of tube here at the surface of the main tube, and it will look like this shape. So now see, because this look like U shape, so we call this as U-tube manometer or U-shape manometer. What is manometer? It is helpful to find out change in pressure. How? See guys, from here flow is passing. So because of that, from this surface, when the flow will pass, suction will create when the flow will pass. Because of that suction, if you keep any liquid in this liquid will suck this side. So how much suction is being created? That is nothing but loss in static pressure. What is that? Actually see, suppose there is a pipe. In this pipe, flow is happening. So at this section you have two types of pressure. You have static pressure and you have dynamic pressure. To calculate dynamic pressure, you have direct formula half rho V square. But to calculate static pressure, you need U-tube manometer. So you just connect the U-tube manometer. So U-tube manometer will tell you the difference, like how much static pressure is being changed here. Change in static pressure. Okay. When there was no flow, that time if you will connect the U-tube with this surface, nothing will happen. Your air will be air. But when you will send this air, then because of the dynamic pressure, your total pressure some portion of the total pressure will convert into dynamic pressure, and whatever will be remaining, that will be your static pressure. So my point is, when the liquid will go up, earlier it was here neutral height, but when the liquid will reach up, then how much up liquid is going? That height is h. That height I will use for P is equal to rho gh. This pressure will help me. So in this, because this is a gauge pressure, because you are using the device, in this device we always have gauge pressure. So whenever we use device, it gives us gauge pressure, keep in mind. So in this gauge pressure, you should add atmospheric pressure. So this rho gh and plus atmospheric pressure will give you absolute pressure, exactly absolute pressure. Okay, now I will read the question properly because these details are important. So, and you should also know we can use this equation P is equal to mRT also. And when you use this equation, R will come. How will you calculate the R? R for the nitrogen. Don't consider R as 287 because 287 is fixed only for air, not for nitrogen. For nitrogen, you will be using by R universal 8.314 divided by nitrogen. You have nitrogen gas. Nitrogen atom is having 14, but N2 is there, na? So 28. So divided by 28. Okay. What is the molar weight for mass? How much we take for for air? How much we take for air? Guys, can you recall how much we take for air? Done? Are you here, guys? Okay, let's start. So I was saying some fundamentals are required to crack this question, and I was asking what is the R value for air. So you will say 287. But how you are getting this R value? To get this R value for the air I'm talking, we use this formula, R universal by the molar mass of the air. R universal is very easy. R universal is nothing but 8.314, but you have to divide by the molar mass of the air. I am asking what is the molar mass of the air. Try. No, you missed it. 29. Actually, I understand what you are trying. You are trying that, okay, N2 is there plus O2 is there, so N2 is having 28 and this guy is having 32, so you are adding. No, this is not the way. There is something called how to find out composite masses. So for using that, we are finding out 29. So for air we have 29. Actually, see, 28 and 32 you cannot do. You will do if and only if you have one molecule of N2 and one molecule of O2. Then only you can do this. But if you are taking a chamber of air, in that it's not like you have 10 N2 and 10 O2. You have around 99% N2. That's why you cannot add O2 like this, what the way you are adding. Are you getting my logic? N2 is so much. Yeah, N2 is so much. Yeah. Okay. It's like suppose if you go to gym. In your gym, you have 100 dumbbells of 1 kg and 3 dumbbells of 5 kg. So your total weight will be according to these guys. I mean, near to the 1 kg into 100, near to this. It will not be near to 15 because these people are more. But if I will reduce this answer, if I say, okay, I have only 2 dumbbells for the 1 kg, then your answer will shift this side, near to 15. Okay, very good. So now you go in this way. I will share the question. Google Drive. Connect. Concept library. Gate AE. Sorry, not AE. Not AE. Gate ME. Thermodynamics. Share screen. Open. See, automatically because of this meeting cancel, I get 1 minute break. Otherwise, I will keep on speaking. I am targeting question number 29 now. So we will focus here. Temperature of nitrogen. Now see, you will understand now the question. See, whenever question is given in GATE exam, what is my approach? I quickly run to the last sentence. The mass, this is my habit. You can see here. The mass of the nitrogen they are asking. So mass they are asking, so there is only one way to find out mass. Only one way. Can you guess the way? Amazing, very good, beautiful. PV is equal to mRT. So you need pressure, volume, R and T. So if you are reading the last line quickly, then you will get quickly the ideas. Okay, so T, R, V, P, these things you have to find out. Temperature of nitrogen in a vessel of a volume this much is this much. So volume and temperature is given. So volume over temperature over. Now we have to bother P and R, that's all. Mass we can find out. U-tube manometer we are using. So whatever is the data for the U-tube manometer, in this you have to be strong. Then only you can calculate the pressure. Whenever U-tube manometer is given, it is only for the pressure. And this gives you height. That height gives you gauge pressure. This is the basic idea. U-tube manometer is given. It is connected by the vessel. Shows the reading 70 centimeter height. Again, big mistake here students can do. Centimeter is given. Convert into meter. Then only go ahead. Of mercury. Mercury is given. So for the mercury, you should know the density of the mercury. Why you should know the density of the mercury? Because P is equal to rho GH. H must be in meter density. Which liquid is rising in the manometer? That density. Okay. So we need here 70 meter height. Mercury is there, so mercury unit should be given. Universal gas constant is given so that you will not do mistake in the exam. 8.8314 is not given. It is 8314 is given because joule is given. Kilojoule is not given. So no problem. We need the joule. Okay. Atmospheric pressure is given 1.01325 Pascal. Bar is given. So convert into Pascal. How? Bar means 1 lakh. Multiply 1 lakh. So after being a very rich engineer, every night you can visit the bar and you can spend 1 lakh money. Be very rich. Be rich like anything. Be rich like anything. Like you are like, you will say that, man, I'm so rich, man. You should be that much rich. You should not be rich like your salary is 1 lakh per month. No, man. No. You should be rich like you are not comfortable with this Audi and next week you are planning to change the Audi. And Audi people are calling, sir. We don't have now any upgrade. That is the last Audi we have. So you should be that much rich. Okay. And you can be rich, man. You can be rich. If they can, we can. So the universal gas constant is given and atmospheric pressure is also given. Mistakes are here. Mistakes are in U-tube manometer you have 70 centimeter. These are the mistake points. Acceleration due to gravity is clearly given in SI unit. Why acceleration is given? Because just now I have told you, right? We have to use the formula. Which formula? P is equal to rho GH. That's why they have given the G value. Now here this H is 70 centimeter multiplied 10 to the power minus 2 into meter. Rho for the density. Which rho you will take? The manometer liquid. Okay. So see here. Mercury 13 point something is the value they should give. So it is given 13 points. So but it is given in kilogram. It must be given in kilogram. Okay, otherwise they will be giving in gram or liter or something. So it is clear SI unit. How will you check the unit is correct or not? Mass should be in kilogram. Volume should be in meter cube. Done. Mass of nitrogen they are asking. What should be your approach? Approach should be like this. See, I will explain. If I have to solve this question in GATE exam, how will I solve? I will solve like this. P is equal to PV is equal to mRT. Then m value I have to find out. So I will write as m is equal to PV by RT. Now this R I will calculate separately. 8314 divided by nitrogen is around 28. This I will calculate separately in the calculator and I will substitute here. Or I will save that in the calculator itself. You know how to tackle calculators? You can save the values in the calculator. And GATE calculator I am talking. We can save the value in GATE calculator and we can reuse the value. You should practice for this. It helps a lot. So otherwise other people will save the value and they will calculate by recalling the value, and you will type the value again and again. So it takes time, because whenever you are finding out any answer, that answer you are going to save somewhere by writing, and then again same answer you have to type in the calculator. So it takes time. So other people will finish the question, but you have to solve the question. Okay. So now P is the main important key here. P is equal to, always remember in this equation, this P is always absolute P. Always remember this P is always absolute P. And whenever you find out P by the YouTube, that is always gauge pressure. Always gauge pressure. So using P is equal to rho gauge formula, whatever P you develop, that is gauge pressure. In this you have to add atmospheric pressure, that is given as 1 bar. Sorry, something bar is given, that you convert to Pascal. Everything you convert properly, multiply, you get P. Substitute P value here, R value here, T value here, and volume is also given. You will find out mass. That's all. You can do by yourself, right? Yes, you can do this by yourself. Concept is clear, and now I'll go for the next question. Question number 29 is okay, and question number, yes, tell me. Yeah, number is given here, 288. 288. बेटा बार वाला ऐड नहीं करना है, बार वाले को कन्वर्ट करना है, उसके बाद ऐड करना है. नहीं तो ऐसा लाइफ में मतलब चोट लगेगी ना तुम्हारे दिल पे, रिकवर नहीं कर पाओगे. 10 साल बता रहे हैं. बार में मतलब बहुत जल्दी मिस्टेक होता है. ये डेटा ऐसा है ना, ध्यान से उतर जाता है. खट से रखते हैं, खट से आंसर लाते हैं, और वो आंसर दिया रहता है ऑप्शन में. और ये तो इसमें तो ऑप्शन में नहीं दिया हुआ है. इसमें तो और पता नहीं चला कि मिस्टेक हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. मान लो वहाँ 4 ऑप्शन है, चारों में से मैच नहीं कर रहे तो एक बार तुम मिला लोगे. ये नेट क्वेश्चन है ना, NAT क्वेश्चन है, न्यूमेरिकल आंसर टाइप. इसमें नेगेटिव मार्क्स नहीं होते. नहीं तो अभी रहने दो ना, फालतू में टाइम खराब होगा ना. अरे रूम पे करना, घर पे आराम से बैठ के. अब क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया? अब क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया? हाँ, अब दिक्कत नहीं होगी, अब आराम से सॉल्व करना. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. बोर हो रहा है क्या? हाँ, तो बोर हो तो बोलना. वेरी गुड. बोर होगा तो बोलना, उसकी भी दवा है मेरे पास. अब हम लोग करते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर, कौन कौन सा आपको अपने से करना है हम बता देते हैं आप लोगों को. क्वेश्चन नंबर 30 इज़ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. इट इज़ चैलेंजिंग क्वेश्चन. डू बाय योर सेल्फ. इफ़ यू आर डूइंग क्वेश्चन नंबर 30, देन 50 रुपीज़ गिफ्ट. एंड क्वेश्चन नंबर 31 वेरी इजी. डू बाय योर सेल्फ. क्वेश्चन नंबर 30 इज़ गिफ्ट क्वेश्चन. आई एम रिपीटिंग, क्वेश्चन नंबर 30 इज़ गिफ्ट क्वेश्चन. 50 रुपीज़ गिफ्ट. एंड 31 क्वेश्चन. ओके, वेरी गुड. And you have to do 31 by yourself, and you have to do 31 हो गया. 32 by yourself. Question number 33 by yourself. Very easy question. Question number 34 you try by yourself. 35 you try by yourself. A very easy question. They are actually easy questions. 36 very easy question. 36 is that much easy, I can't say that how easy 36. So then 37 easiest. 38 very easy. 38 no need to even do that, just you will read the question, you take the question. And 39 is similar to 36. And 40 easy question. 41 very easy question. 42 let me see. 42 question. Very good question. 42 question you can do by yourself. You will develop the concept. And question number 43 is challenging question. Try by yourself. And question number 44 very easy. Question number 45 already we have done. And we have not done similar question. 45. And then question number 46 today only we have done that tank one. So directly you can tell the answer. Tank for the T for the tank is equal to gamma times T for the flow. So it's like 46 already over. That's all. Only these many questions we have in this chapter. Then from next class we will start our chapter for the second law, thermodynamic, Carnot cycle, all these things, entropy and all. Okay, so successfully. But guys, you have to solve all these 46 questions. Today I have taken till 29. Some 10-12 questions are already there, more there. So you practice these questions, and in next class we will start our mathematics, linear algebra, and then we will start the remaining questions in the thermodynamics. So yes, now this is the practice time, man. Slowly keep doing. Lot of questions are there. Slowly. Because see, actually I can do every question in class, but that will be my effort. I will learn things, you have to learn things. So you put yourself into practice. If everything will be in doubt, I will explain everything. This is my duty. But if you will put some effort from your side, then at least you will go through the question once. You will learn the beauty of the question. When you will read the question, you will not understand. Then I will explain, then you will feel good about the question. So if you will not put your effort from your side, then how will you know this question was easy or this question was tough? Okay. Right. Because see, whatever questions I am giving, already theory we have done, already PDF examples we have done. So that's why we are ready to do this question. Fine guys, so we can stop class today. If you have any doubt, you ask, otherwise I will stop the meeting.